Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding a soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Brought down after a nice game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On the run, it's McDowell. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's O'Donnell. Feeling some heat. Trying to get rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long and field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it's right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Getting set for first down. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up second down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives him nightmares every night leading up to this game, because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Calls his own number. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cummings. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
On the run, still looking. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Moving away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th. And this one splits the uprights.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 7 over Iowa. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Offense in a bunch formation. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw, it's Abraham. Gets away from one. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Keeps the play going. At the 15, he's loose. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
That shows a lot of poise and a lot of experience by that guy there. Not thinking to himself, hey, on 3rd and long, I'm going to have to throw and make a really good throw here to go get this first. Hey, if it's not there, you don't got to force the issue. You're a good enough athlete to go take off and get it yourself with your legs. Beautiful job.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Getting some heat. Nice move to pick up yardage. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 6, Alabama 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to pass. It's Abraham. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They finished the first 2 drives with field goals. They'd love to get a little something more this time, Jesse.
I want to just keep seeing balance from them and a little better execution as they get closer to the goal line. They've got the playmakers at receiver and running back, and they love their offensive line, David. Just got to put it all together.
And I think once you start to move the football down the field, that area of the field when you get in field goal range, you got to be a little bit more physical. So listen, still a good start. Still got the lead and an opportunity to build on it here.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll leave it with him. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Now he's looking to throw it. Buys a little extra time. He'll let it go down the right side. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Lining up to add another.
In the end zone.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational runs. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
On the move. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25?
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way and get some positive yards.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It's
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown time. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go deep.
Afterburners coming. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. The pitch to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Abraham. Trying to get to him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. Gets away. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Looking to throw, it's Abraham. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Intercepted by Clemson. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Looking downfield, it's Abraham. They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
Going up top on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the third quarter.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Quick step and go. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Two of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on second and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it. They'll send out the offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots, but right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Try to get it to the edge. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's O'Donnell. Shoots it to the left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside.
And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This crowd knows when to bring it. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's got to rally to the football. We got to run to the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense getting to the quarterback and making the play.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He finds his man, and he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Abraham. using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own.
Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. And the pass falls incomplete, and we played 3.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 23, Alabama 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Just going to keep it after the snap. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab enough for the first. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They want to run this quarterback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done then.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team They're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get...
Snags it down the right side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Clemson, 30. Alabama, 21.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Here comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch at the 10. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Alabama pushing the tempo. Dropping back, it's Abraham. Still on his feet. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. A handoff, keep working on that clock. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man on the right. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room, it's McDowell. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. The give on the inside. At the 20, he's got space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson!
And we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter in the field. They just didn't have it there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. They're trying to get to him. Coming after him. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He wants a big play here late. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off.
Intercepted by Clemson. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
First down here for the offense. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in